Hello, welcome to a new video. It is that time where I'm bringing you my TBR for February. So February, I'm hoping goes a lot smoother than I think it's going to go, because I am going to be taking part in Series TBR-a-thon, which is hosted by the lovely Tori. I will leave the links in the description below. Now I will say there are 25 prompts on this. I've not picked a book for all 25. Go me. But before we get into that, I am gonna go through my rolls and we will see what I got. Okay, so last month we ended on Tatooine. Let's see what 5 planets we get this time. 3 is Mandalore, 4 is Lothal, 1 is Exegol, 3 is Mandalore, and then the final planet is 6, which is Mustafa. And I forgot to mention, I got the really cool Beauregard dice from Campaign 2 of Critical Role for Christmas, so I'm using the D9 from that for the planets, and then I have the D6 from that, and then I just wanted a matching kind of D6, so they're the D6 I'm using. So let's do roll number 1. A 5 and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll number 2. A 5 and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll number 3. A 3 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll number 4. A 5 and a 1. 1, 2, 3. So Mandalore, let's see what our first prompt is. Din Djarin, a hardback book. That is so easy. Okay, so it took a few rolls, but we landed on Mandalore, and I pulled the Din Djarin prompt to read a hardback book. So for this, I'm going to be reading Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas. Obviously, I'm continuing my reread. It's so close to my reread, like the end of my reread of this series. But obviously I am rereading this for Massalong, hosted by Ash and Tori. I'm very excited. Even though this is one of my least favourites, I still really enjoy it. So yeah. And then we still have 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. Roll number 5 is a 4 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll number 6, a 6 and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Lothal prompt is Sabine, a book with art. Next up, we ended up on Lothal and I pulled the Sabine card, which is a book with art. Now, when I created this prompt, I had graphic novels and comics in mind. However, this could not have worked out more perfect for me, because I need to reread Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff in February, because the sequel comes out on the last day of February, so that will be on my March TBR, and I want to reread this for Christopher Long, which is hosted by Lisa and Chloe. So this was perfect, because this does actually have, let me find a non-spoilery one, this does have art throughout the book, so yeah. So then we have 8 spaces left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or was it 4 spaces? I'm going to do 7 actually. I'll go back a space because I think it was 4 to get to Lothal. Roll number 7. A 6 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll number 8, and this is not ideal because I did not want to pull lightsabers this month because I have a very set amount of books I want to read. A 5 and a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Roll number 9. A 6 and a 4. 1, 2. So the Exegol prompt is Ben Solo, a book with enemies to lovers. And then it took up until roll 9 to get to Exegol, where I pulled the Ben Solo card, which is a book with enemies to lovers. Now, I didn't know what to pick for this, but I've been really wanting to get this book in particular on my TBR. So it is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. Now, this is a contemporary romance, and a YA contemporary romance at that. So it's not so much enemies and more dislike to love. So it literally says they used to be best friends until Brad decided he was too cool for conspiracy theory obsessed Celine and abandoned her at the popular kids table. These days there's nothing between them but insults and academic rivalry. So it works. Plus it's my TBR game, so if I think it fits a prompt, it fits. I have forgotten again how many spaces. I think I used 2, which means I've got 8 left. If I'm wrong, we're going to ignore that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Final roll. Can we at least get to Mandalore? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shut up. I think that is better than if I'd got a double, because that is a 6 and a 3. That is 9. So I don't need to count because I've already counted. Mandalore. Satine, a book with a forbidden love. Oh, this is a good one. And then I really manifested that. I got no doubles this whole game, but I manifested that 9 to get me to the, not the final planet. The final planet I was gonna be able to make it to. And I got back to Mandalore and pulled the Satine card, which is a book with forbidden love. So for this, I have picked Neon Gods by Katie Robert. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling, but smut. And it's Katie Robert, so I have high hopes. So yeah. Okay, which this now means I pull a lightsaber because I didn't make it to Mustafa. Okay, I have my list. I know what I would like it to be, but the chances of getting that number are like nil. Let's go for yellow. Number 33 is Escaping from Houdini. Okay, so I obviously did not make it to the 5th planet, which I'm not shocked. There was no way I was making it to Lothal, let alone Mustafa. So I did have to pull a lightsaber, and I didn't get the one I wanted. There was like one book in particular on there that I would have liked to have got because I wanted to put it on my TBR anyway this month. But it didn't happen, and that is okay because I actually pulled Escaping from Houdini by Karen Maniscalco, which is book 3 in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Now, I've been taking my sweet time reading this series, even though I sailed through the Kingdom of the Wicked series. But it's time to continue. It's time to continue. So I'm actually not mad that I picked this one from the lightsaber jar. Okay, so before I go into these, I'm actually going to pull from my 12 books and figure out what I'm getting, because there are a couple of books in here that could fit one of the prompts that would get me a bingo on this, which I haven't picked yet. So we're going to see what we get. If I pull out Gem's pick again, it's going to be perfect, because have I watched Firefly yet? No, but I am going to be. So let's see what book. And if I pick 2 books, again, like I did last time. Okay, I've picked 1. This is the one I wanted to come out. So the prompt I needed to pick a book for was to finish a completed series. And I've picked Caroline's pick, which is Hero at the Fall by Alwyn Hamilton, which I'm daunted. Don't get me wrong, I'm scared. But this is perfect. It would have been really funny if I'd picked Firefly again, though. I'm sorry, Gem. I promise next time I pull Firefly, I will read it. But Hero at the Fall, this is absolutely perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go through the books I have picked and what prompts I've picked them for. So the first prompt here, which gets me a bingo, was finish a completed series, which is what I wanted to pull this for, because this is the end of a series. So this was absolutely perfect. So I'll be reading Hero at the Fall by Alwyn Hamilton for that. And then I don't have anything for these, but then for prompt number 6, it's let a friend pick from 5 series books. So I gave Ash 5 books. I will I cannot remember exactly which 5 it was, so I'm just going to look at the screenshot I took of our conversation. So I gave her A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair, Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma, A Prayer for the Crown Shy by Becky Chambers, Two for Joy by Zoe Sugg and Amy McCulloch, and The Son of Neptune by Rick Royden. So she said it's between A Touch of Darkness and Son of Neptune, but I've read Son of Neptune, so let's go with that one. So for this one, my friend pick is Son of Neptune by Rick Royden, which is the second book in the Heroes of Olympus series. My mum's audiobook hold is due to come in the next few weeks, so we'll be able to read this in February. And then the next one I've picked a book for is Read the Last Series Book You Bought, and for this, it's Barbarian's Touch by Ruby Dixon. This was a pre-order and it came in January, so I'll be reading book 7 in the Ice Planet Barbarian series. The next one is Series You Can't Stop Thinking About. I am reading Mina and the Undead by Amy McCall. I am so annoyed at myself that it's taking me so long to get to this, but I have deliberately put this on my TBR so that I read it. I'm really excited to read this because I know I'm gonna love it. So next up is Book from a Series You Own in Full. I'm using Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Maniscalco because why not? Then it's Read a Friend's favourite series. Ash loves the Throne of Glass series. It's one of her favourites. So, of course, I'm choosing Tower of Dawn for this. Then any series book. I am reading Monstrous Design by Kat Dunn, so I can continue this series because I've only read book 1. And we are continuing series that we've started this year. Yes. Then series book by a favourite author. I'm going for Neon Gods by Katie Robert. Am I crossing over all these books? Yes, I am. Katie Robert is like one of my favourite authors. The Wicked Villain series is one of my favourite series. So let's start another series by her. Then we have series book You Have Been Gifted. This was gifted to me like so long ago. And it's A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair. Then we have series book in your favourite genre. Romance is my favourite genre, so I'm reading Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Then we have series book added to your TBR in 2022. I read the first book in this series in 2022 in December. And then added the other 2 books in the series instantly. So it's Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandria Bellefleur. I'll be buddy reading this with Ash like I have with the other 2. And I am so excited. Plus this finishes a series. Then we have series book added to your TBR pre-2021. So this book came out in 2020. I read the first book in this series when that came out in, I think, 2018 or 2019. But I will be reading Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. I'm really excited but scared to continue this series, but here we are. And then we have reread a book to continue the series. I'm rereading Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. So here we are. And then this is the only book from my May the TBR Be With You TBR that isn't part of a series, but you can use just TBR books for this. So I might see if this fits any. This come out in 2023, so I could use this as series, aka TBR book, added to your TBR in 2023. I don't know if that will get me another bingo. We'll see. But I'm going to see if I can add this to this TBR as well. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I definitely have 1, 2. I definitely have two bingos from this. I might be able to get another 2 because there's poll pick for your next series book. So I might just put these in a poll, some of these in a poll, because these will be quick and easy reads. And then a series book added to your TBR in 2021. Again, one of these is banned to have been on my 2021 TBR, so we shall see. But that is my TBR for February. It's a big TBR again for the shortest month. I also am going to be going through these and seeing which ones Ash owns that I can just borrow her copies and read them while I'm at hers for half the month. But we shall see. So let me know in the comments if you are taking part in Tori's Series TBR-a-thon this month, or just if you're taking part in any readathon in February. But I hope you all have a good reader month. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.